Welcome back. So, Nathan, Lottie, what are you both doing?
Nathan's heading into that study, and he is going to... He's not going to pull out any books at this moment. He is going to peruse the shelves, though. How big... Is this like a massive library, or is this more like a personal
it's
library?
A small personal library.
So,
There's a couple of couches, which this room actually looks fairly well used. A couple of candles. One of which you realised is still smouldering when you go in. The wax has run down the table and it's pooling on the floor. And 5 bookshelves sit around the room, with the fourth wall being taken up mostly by a very large bay window.
yeah, Nathan's going to start perusing the shelves, just seeing if there's anything... I'm assuming some of these are probably going to be personal things that he wouldn't have any clue on. I feel like some of them are probably going to be your more standard affair, but he's looking for anything that he might recognize, but is like incredibly rare or quote unquote, the word would be forbidden.
Absolutely. Maybe a check.
I feel like this could be study.
Yes, absolutely.
Risky standard?
Risky standard, indeed.
Okay. I was thinking there for a moment. I'm not getting anything except for on resistance rolls tonight, people.
You find that the one of the bookshelves has a section of several volumes, all of which are unmarked and bound in in red leather. Removing it, you realise that it's been chained in place, and the front depicts a sort of embossed motif of what looks to be a human face fixed in a screen. And as you take that book in your hand, voices begin to fill your mind. And that is going to be a...
Oh no.
level 2 harm on insight. Unless, of course, you would like to resist.
Resisting wouldn't do anything. All my level 1 harms are filled.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's a level 2 harm, so it's a -1 to resist, to insight.
Okay, and what's it called?
That is, we're going to say, can't think of the word now. Why can I not think of the word?
Experiencing biological difficulties here.
Yeah.
Rather than technical difficulties.
Oh, my brain has just melted, apparently. Not conflicted.
Confused?
No, it's compromised.
Compromised. And this is insight. All right. Well,
Thank you. I eventually got there. Apologies for that. I'm forgetting how words work. Lottie,
Yes.
what are you doing at this point?
I'm following Nathan, and I'm also gonna look for any kind of book about what was the name of the guy again? The demon guy.
oh,
The demonologist, or
No,
the demon that was targeting people that he considers weak and
Safiel.
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 oh yes, Safia,
Fine.
yes. Again, make me a check.
Okay, ready.
Success with the complication. Okay, so as you do, you find very in the more academic section. So briefly turning your back on Nathan, there's a point of turning around and looking at this book, and there's a lot in here. Fortunately, this one seems like less of a liability. So it's easy. You can actually take it from the bookshelf if you would like to keep it.
Still from those people, just skim through it and see if I can get any kind of information.
Absolutely. We'll probably do that sort of at the end, what you cover, because there's probably quite a lot to run through. It's as you look through it and closing the book and turning around, you see Nathan, who has stood the book he was holding now just hanging from the bookcase, swaying back and forth, and he is just staring straight forward, eyes seemingly unfixed on anything. He's gone full Blair Witch in the corner.
Going to run towards him and yes, shake him by the shoulder. Try to get his attention.
And before he snaps back, another voice, he speaks with another voice. So, Chick, you will die the same way she did. And then Nathan's back. And that is going to be another level. That'll be another level 2 harm. Unless, of course, you would like to resist for... Let's do shaken again.
Yeah, that would be for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I resist it?
Yeah. That's
with
resolve.
With an insight. Resolve. Okay.
Resolve. Yes.
Okay, let's go. Oh.
Oh, that's a lot of stress.
What is it?
1.
So 5 stress.
No, it would be, you got a 2, so.
2. Okay.
Yeah,
2, so 4 stress.
I mean, it's not much better.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm almost at trauma.
Oh. This is the place you really don't want to trauma out.
And as you do that, as you take a step back and into the bookcase, you feel it sort of rock a little bit behind you as you try and clear your head, those words still spinning in your mind and just trying to focus. As Nathan, what did you say to reassure?
Are you okay? Nathan kind of approaches slowly and reaches a hand out to put on Lottie's shoulder.
What's that right now?
I'm sorry, you cut out there.
Yeah. What was that? What just happened?
What was what?
Wasn't your voice? You were just staying there. What, like you were not looking at anything, and you spoke with another voice. What was in that book? What did you do?
That book is chained quite literally to the wall, and let me just clarify, it was chained shut as well, right?
No, it wasn't chained shut. It was chained so it couldn't be taken out of the room.
Okay. I didn't even open the book. There's a face on the book. But yeah, I didn't open the book. I don't know what's in that book. It's chained to the wall. Are you okay?
Sit back. This place is. I'll be okay when we really get out of here. We need to find Hestia anyway, and just give that woman what she wanted, and just leave.
Agreed. Nathan kind of... He looks for a door and then he pauses, and then he's gonna kind of jostle each bookcase. Because, especially in studies, creepy places tend to have false bookcases, so... It is just one of those things that makes sense for the area, so he is going to kind of jostle them before he goes to the actual door.
And the nature of this place, secret doors are probably completely needless. The house just seems to realign regardless. A couple of them rock a little bit the way you would expect them to, but nothing opens. Save for the door you came in, there's no other doors fixed into the walls.
And that door, we never shut that door, so it's still open into the nursery?
It's still open into the nursery, yes.
From back whence we came, Nathan says. And goes back into the nursery and heads towards the door that did shut in the nursery and opens it. Oh, wait, no. That was... There's only one door in each, so that's just back and forth. Never mind.
Yeah.
And you can try to close that door and open it again to see if that's changed anything.
Barring any better idea, that Nathan has really no other options, so yeah, he opens the door and then closes it, or closes the door and then opens it again.
As you open it again, you hear something on the other side. This and opening it wider and looking up, you see an array of cogs and gears churning away from within the clock tower. And nothing bad ever happened in the clock tower, and with that we will go back to Hestia.
That's me, I'm Hestia.
With a mirror in hand and still in the games room.
Is there a is there another door leading out of this place?
There is. There's one almost opposite to the door you went in from the kitchen.
I take one more look around and kind of kind of sigh and just be like, I wish I could play chess better. And I will open this door.
And the first thing that hits you is the cold air as you are outside. Looking ahead through the darkness, you see the spiked iron railings and the roof giving way beneath you as you stand on a widow's walk. At the very top of that house, you're aware of the light from below shining out from behind the clock face.
Wait, am I free?
With a bit of a drop, yes.
All right. Ooh. I Man, I don't know. I look around. Am I like, can I like see my house from here? Do I know where I am?
You can see the gate. You can see the gates. You can see the fence on the ground beneath you. You can see the parts of Night Market, but for the most parts, the landscape is obscured by the fog. You can just see the odd spire and pointed roof chimney stack that pokes above that fog level.
But it looks like I would expect it to.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so I will yeah, so I definitely step out onto the landing, and I have that look around. I am going to, I guess, fast walk back to whence I came. I don't think Hestia is smart enough to close a door and then open it again and find a new place. Open doors should stay open. And so I guess like at this point, I think I start calling out, maybe to Lottie. I don't know Nathan so well quite yet, but there is a an irritation in her voice that like, okay, I got a thing and it's time to go. Like, so someone put the car out front. I'm leaving. Irritation, and I will quickly walk back through the game room, through the kitchen, and out onto the balcony, and then calling for Lottie. And Nathan too, I guess, but mostly Lottie.
It's initially over the clanking gears and cogs. You do hear a voice just almost lost on the wind calling your name, Lottie. But the voice seems to get further away, more distant. It's only a few moments before it's completely faded.
Is it okay? It's moving. Can I still try to go towards the voice?
It's coming from down. It's kind of catching in the vast open space of the clock tower, and the voice is sort of carrying down in the the acoustics of the room. So going towards it involves going up, from what you can tell.
What do you think, Nathan?
I heard some of that too, correct? Or did I not
You
hear
would
it?
have heard it, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you would have heard it. It was specifically Lottie's name that was being called.
Sounds like it came from above, so we go, and Nathan,
Oh, are we sure it's not some kind of trick?
no.
This place playing games all the time.
Yes, however, would you prefer to go after the voice, or would you prefer me to turn around and just open and shut this door and play Russian roulette with what's on the other side of that door?
Yeah, just... Let's be careful, okay?
And at that point, Nathan's looking for a way up.
So there is a flight of stairs that old,
Okay.
very, very treacherous looking and very uneven, that goes up, and it kind of goes up the four sides. This sort of boardwalk that goes up, and then before it fades into darkness at the higher levels.
Nathan takes a look at these stairs and he goes, how tall is Lottie, actually?
I don't know how to count into feet, but medium size, I'd say.
How many centimeters?
1.70 m, something like that. Maybe
So about 5'5".
That was what I was figuring. He's gonna... He'll take the first step just because he is somewhat emaciated looking. He's just assuming that he's probably lighter. And just...
It creaks, and you see that from the frame, just the even that strain on the framework. As you take a few steps, you see that the layers above creak as well, and some dust rains down.
Very, very slowly and carefully. He kind of looks back at Lottie as he continues to take steps. He's taking it one step at a time, and he's being as light on his feet as he possibly can. Actually, you know what? No. I take that back. I'm taking my first item of load.
Okay.
I'm taking one of my bandoliers. And he looks over. He does still say that to Lottie after he takes a couple of steps. And then he removes from his bandolier a vial of drift oil.
What are you thinking?
Drift oil basically causes a net zero. Unless I'm holding on to something, I'm going to start to float. I'm going to take that. I am going to still guide myself very slowly, using the wall to, bracing myself against the wall and pulling myself essentially up the wall. But I'm not putting any weight on the stairs.
Oh, very nice. So just trying to find the drift oil. Do you have a page reference on that?
Sorry, give me one moment here. I don't actually have the book open. I just happen to know this because of other reasons. Okay, Control F. Drift oil. I said drift oil, not drug.
227.
Page what?
227.
Yeah, I was on 225, William. That's absolutely great.
Neutral buoyancy when poured on an object, causing it to float in the air for an hour. So I'm pouring it on myself and...
Yeah, there's this. It's not a sort of it's not a flying potion, but
Yeah.
your feet hover a couple of inches off the ground.
Yeah, that's why I said it, because it said
Yeah.
natural buoyancy. That's why I was saying I was kind of pulling myself up the wall more so than flying.
Absolutely. And as you begin to progress around, you hear from below that skittering once again.
I feel like with Nathan kind of floating a little bit like he is, he's probably more focused on trying to guide himself up rather than looking back down. So, is Lottie following up the stairs?
Lottie?
Yes.
As you do, you're aware of with steps that dust is beginning to rain down a little bit. The entire frame creaks with every movement, and there's a sudden jolt that you feel as something else puts its weight onto the stairs, and that skittering gets ever closer and closer.
I would notice it's getting louder too, right? Still?
Absolutely. Yes.
So gonna regret doing this. I'm gonna look down just to check on Lottie's progress.
You see dust is falling in more specific places that seems to be from above. And you notice that part of the framework above you is swaying a little bit and breaking slightly away from the wall.
I'm gonna kind of stop my progress and wait for... I'm not like super far away from the staircase. I'm gonna wait for Lottie to catch up, and I'm actually going to... I'm gonna expend another part of my bandolier for another thing of drift oil. And I'm gonna hand it to Lottie, and I'm gonna be like, a lot of movement up above. Might be best just not to deal with the stairs.
I'm going to say at this point, both of you, you could do it as an assisted, or you can do it as a group action. Probably group action, actually. Make me a check to move and decide who's leading while we jump back to Hestia. From within your breast pocket, you feel something almost begin to burn.
Ow. This is this Omen's notebook, or is this the book we're returning?
This is the one you're looking to return.
Is it a searing pain or like a warming?
It's uncomfortable. Like when the bath water's that little bit too hot.
Ooh. Is it hot to the touch? Like if I put my fingers in my pocket, does it burn my fingers to touch it?
Yeah, you kind of got to like steel yourself for that, for what to expect, but you know it's going to have that slightly kind of like, your fingers kind of come away with that tingling sensation.
Okay, I'm just gonna take off my little fancy waistcoat and drape it over the mirror, and and it, I will note that neither of you called out to me. Thank you very much. So yeah,
Hey, now your voice went away, so there's a reason.
Yeah, I will kind of John Travolta meme, you know, with my waistcoat and the mirror.
We've lost audio.
Oh, you need to.
Sorry. Yeah, so John Travolta meme, mirror and my waistcoat in my left arm, and I rubbed like the warm ouchie on my chest, and peer over the balcony to the echoes, or at least where the echoes were.
They have, in that time, they have now, you see them, they have now reconvened once again, repeating that cycle.
Man. Are there steps down to the balcony where they are, or an equally inviting door?
There's doors on the lower level, but there's this balcony in this kind of gallery section doesn't seem to have. There's no stairs directly downwards.
All right, I will. I think I start calling out, and I'm like, "Listen, sisters, come get your stuff." As I kind of continue left around the balcony, if there is a door or a cupboard, or any sort of like opening, as I like walk around the thing, I will open it and look in. I think I am more annoyed at this point than like spooked by ghosts. Ooh, no, it's like, this is irritating. I'm done with this.
For calling out, make me a check, and limited effect, desperate action.
All right, this sounds like a sway to me.
Sway works, yeah.
All right. And I'm gonna push myself for increased effect.
So limited. So desperate action, regular effect.
Four.
It's turning around, and a figure stands instantly behind you. The veil, the white mask with the teardrop running down the cheek, and a hand pushes forwards and sends you over the balcony. And as you go, you're aware that you drop what you came to deliver at the feet of the dimmer system. Would you like to resist?
Yeah, I am.
Bearing in mind
used
this is
to
physical as
falling.
well. This is physical as well. You can take armor if you wish to negate all damage.
Yes, I shall. Oh man, I forgot about Daredevil. It's okay.
What's
No,
that
it would have
level?
been like it would have been an extra die on that roll.
Oh yeah.
That's okay. I will. Yes, of course, I will resist.
So let me check Daredevil because it might be. Oh, okay. Yes.
So resist or armor?
I will armor this.
You can also resist as well.
I only have 4 slots. I am gonna armor this. It is as I fall, there is a like a grappling hook thing that like comes out of a pocket. I have done this before, and gently lower myself to the ground below.
Absolutely. And dropping to the floor of the grand dining room, you stand looking at this table, which you see now is the food. The food itself, like long perished, a couple of flies that circulate as the echoes sit there with hollow eyes in a solemn silence. As above you, the Dim Sister reaches down, picks up the book, and walks back through the doorway.
You're welcome. You're welcome. That's fine. I'll show myself out. You should really clean around here. And I motion to all of this food that has gone to waste.
And a voice calls back. There is only one way out. The ultimate price that a friend of yours must choose. And the door closes. As above you, in the clock tower, you hear another door open. And footsteps begin to make their way down towards you.
So, you asked us who was going to lead a movement, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
We have decided that I'm going to lead the movement because no matter what movement I choose, prowl or finesse, I have 0 dice in it. So if Lottie were to lead it, she would most likely take stress.
And we don't want that.
And she's very close to traumaing out, so I will lead it. So she can make her roll first. I think in this case, finesse makes the most sense because we're not trying to be stealthy. We're literally climbing up a wall, essentially.
You're sort of doing the Spider-Man thing up like every... Yeah.
So this is going to be finesse. You know what? I'm gonna push myself here just to get a single die. Risky standard?
It is risky standard, yes.
Okay. Bonus die, 1. I told you I needed to lead this, otherwise you would have taken stress. But she succeeded with a complication, so.
Yeah. It's as you climb ever upwards, and a figure almost glides towards you, grabs you, Nathan, and throws you down. There's a sound of wood splintering as the force of the throw is enough to temporarily overcome that drift oil as you crash through one of the the flights of stairs onto the layer below, lying for a moment in the dust and the wreckage and the splintered wood before you feel yourself kind of lift up once again, as a figure grabs Lottie and floats upwards, sort of jumps, but with this steady dignity, and lands, pinning you down onto a rotating cog, which is edging ever closer to you see the cogs kind of, you've made some progress, but you're now being pinned by a dinner sister, and are about to have you sort of 30 seconds away from getting your head crushed by a cog that's now, as it meets with the horizontal one you're now on, meets with the vertical. Nathan, that's going to be another level 2 harm on.
I'm
prowess.
taking armor.
Taking armor, okay. Would you like to take heavy armor and negate the damage?
I have to here.
Okay, yeah.
So that's
Lottie.
5 of my load, correct?
That is, yes.
You know what? Actually, I'll take regular
Randomly.
armor and then resist.
Okay.
I think that's probably the right decision here. So this is prowess resist.
Prowess resist, yes.
Okay, hold on. Okay, prowess resist. Okay, I won't take stress. I'm okay with this.
Lottie, the dimmer sister, holds open a book which now contains words which look to be written in blood. The way out, to leave, a name. Once a sister, always a sister. And you see that in the book, the name Alfortville transcribes itself across the page. A name of your choice.
Oh crap. She never said that it has to be a live person. I'm gonna try to give my mother name, and hand her the doll.
Once a sister.
You've taken
always
enough.
A sister.
Okay. I'll come with you then. Just let them leave, please.
At this point, Nathan's been trying to get back up. How far away are they?
They're two levels above you. Once the one where you fell, and then they went upwards.
Okay. So, how long is it going to take me to get there? More than 30 seconds? Because that was when the head crushing's going to happen. Or is it... Since I can kind of get up a little bit quicker.
Do you have something in mind?
I do. It is probably the worst idea I have ever had, though.
Go on.
If I can get up there in time, I'm going to take an unusual weapon. And basically, Nathan is going to produce an electric baton, essentially. Crackling with electroplasmatic lightning, and I'm swinging at the Demosister. Hoping that if nothing else, at least the sparks are going to be enough to dissuade her.
Absolutely. I'm going to say desperate action, normal effect.
Desperate action, regular effect. I am going to push myself for an extra die, because this is going to be skirmish.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives me one. Now, I'll leave this up to you. Can I also take a devil's bargain and get another die?
One or the other.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Desperate. Standard effect. Bonus die. 1. My rolls have been terrible, so I don't expect this to do anything other than make her angry.
Gotta settle our misery.
And I'm right. Always. No desperate action. This is gonna be bad, everybody. But if things still hold, my resist is gonna be 6.
Lottie, what are you standing by what you said?
I'm going to try to push her away first, and if that doesn't work, yes. Not exactly aggressively, but I'm still trying to what words extract myself from her grip. I mean, it's a witch, probably not very strong.
Okay, I will. Do you want the mechanical aspect, or would you like the story intrigue? And which one would you like?
A story intrigue, please.
Okay. As you arrive on the rotating clog, you see Lottie. You see the cogs get ever closer to crushing her skull. And you, as the dim sister stands up, you swing the electric baton and you come away with cloth as a mask clatters to the ground. And with the lack of any force, you find yourself falling. And the last thing you see is Lottie standing up and picking up the discarded mask. And with the words, once a sister, always a sister. Right, grabs the chain and rides upwards. And as you fall, the world spins. Hestia, in the dining room, you feel incredibly lightheaded for a moment, and you feel like you're about to collapse. And the two of you land outside on the street. Gabriel, you land hard, and there's the sound of a crack. And Hestia, looking over as you lie there, face inches away from a puddle, the rain drizzling on your face and restoring that.
Is it raining fat men? I have to ask, why is it raining fat men?
Thin men. Gabriel's book. You're getting confused with Gabriel.
You said Gabriel.
Oh, sorry. Nathan. Sorry, Nathan.
That's why. Why is it raining fat men?
Nathan, you land heavily, the mask falling from your face, and as Hestia, as you look over towards Nathan, something else seems to hang behind his eyes for a brief moment. Nathan, I would like you to take a level 3 harm of possessed.
I am resisting.
I thought you might.
I am really resisting that. That is, I'm assuming that's resolved. Makes sense.
It is, yes.
All right. I'll take the 1 stress, and that's going to be a level 2.
A level 2 harm of haunted. No, that's a trauma. What's similar to that? We'll come up with a word that's not haunted, because obviously that's a trauma. And Lottie is nowhere to be seen. And we shall call the score there. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you all very soon.
Take care.
You have just finished listening to this week's episode of Blades in the Dark, What Happens in the Dusk, part of the Domain Gaming, written and told by Wyverian and Livespark. A special thanks to you, the listener, and if you wish to continue supporting us, subscribe, like, and share. As always, comments are welcome. Until the next chapter, remember the first rule of a con. Offer them everything for nothing, and give them nothing for everything.